I'm Molly Armstrong.
And I'm Garrett Liff Weiss.
And thanks for tuning in to SBSN News.
Thanks for watching our last SBSN broadcast.
We finally got the first broadcast jitters out of the way.
Our first story goes out to Taryn Smith with our community service program. She is interviewing the Jasper's principal, Miss Conley. Out to you, Taryn.
Thank you, Garrett and Molly. I'm here with Krista Conley, the principal of the Jasper Elementary School. How are you?
I'm great, thank you.
What is your opinion on the new college readiness class that the high school offers?
Well, right now we have over 20 juniors coming here and 3 or 4 seniors, I think. It's getting better every time we do it. We've got a great group this time. The students seem to get along really well with the teachers and the students here, so I think it's a great idea that you guys get to spend some time coming over here and seeing what it's like to be in education and understanding what it's like to be with young elementary students every day.
How do you think the high school students benefit from this class?
I think you guys learn how to, communicate with young kids. You learn to deal with teachers that are not necessarily telling you guys what to do. You're not the ones who have the assignments, so it's more like you're working with the teachers as your colleagues. Mm-hmm. So you're learning how to collaborate with teachers and get along with adults better.
How do you feel the elementary students benefit from having us over here?
Well, I really love the fact that you guys are over here during part of like first grade recess. Mm-hmm. Like a half hour of their recess time is when you guys are here, and I love the fact that some of the kids go out with them and teach them social skills and games and just how to play instead of the whole first grade running out there and just going crazy. There are enough teenage students out there who can teach them how to do things, who can teach them how to play soccer or play a jump rope game or sit around and play telephone. So those are the things that the teachers that are out there don't have time to do because they're watching so many kids. So that's important. Plus they're also getting extra reading time with you guys. Mm-hmm. And again, they're getting like read aloud from you, so they're getting good modeling of what good readers do.
Thank you for your time. Now back to Garrett and Molly in the studio.
Thanks, Taryn, for that excellent story and interview.
I think the community service program is a great benefit for all the teachers and students that are involved in it.
Absolutely. It gives students a great opportunity to get some community service in, which looks great on college applications. Now on to our next story. There's been a lot of debate over the internet lately on whether history classes in high school should take out certain portions of history.
We have Ruthie Wyant with that subject. Out to you, Ruthie.
Thanks, Molly and Garrett. 5 million public schools in Texas will begin using new textbooks tailored to the state standards that downplay the role of slavery in the Civil War and omit the mentions of Jim Crow laws and the Ku Klux Klan, are drawing criticism again as our nation grapples with its racial history. According to eRoot, a Texas mom calls out a textbook company for calling slavery immigration and slaves workers. Ronnie Dean Byrne made the YouTube video to call out publisher McGraw-Hill after seeing the textbook referred to the transatlantic slave trade as immigration and the slaves were referred to as workers. McGraw-Hill heard the Texas mom's voice and took it to their Facebook page to acknowledge the mistake, adding that it would fix it in the digital version in the next print run of the book. Pat Hardy, a Republican board member, told the Washington Post slavery was a side issue to the Civil War. There would be those who say the reason for the Civil War was over slavery. No, it was over state rights. Stephen Wright, an 8th grade teacher in Nacogdoches, East Texas, said he has the students read the Southern State Declarations of Secession to learn for themselves what the war was about. He deals with the Civil War standards he has to teach because they might show up on the state history test. Raul Civilos, a 2015 graduate of Texas Tech University, said he was taught at his Dallas area high school that the war was caused by slavery, but he said a group he founded to create political awareness last year found that many young people are ignorant about history. If you don't know about the Civil War and you don't know about the things like slavery, then you wouldn't really be able to understand why our society is the way it is today, he said. As of today, slavery is being taken out of our textbooks, our classrooms, and the teaching of our future generations. Thank you. Back to you, Molly and Garrett.
Thanks, Ruthie, for that interesting current events topic.
Some might think that history subjects are disputable, but it's essential You need to have history to be better at your future.
Absolutely. Now let's take it off to our next segment with Ethan Crabtree, Wigsy's Word of the Week. Off to you, Wigsy.
Hi, I'm Wixie, and this is my word of the week. Collywobbles. Collywobbles means intestinal cramps or other intestinal disturbances. Thanks. Keep it classy.
Thanks, Wigsy. It's always interesting to learn some new vocabulary while watching SVSN.
Yes, it is. Google has developed a new classroom app that helps classrooms connect. And here at Python, we have been using that. Shance has more on that story. Out to you, Shance.
Thanks, Garrett and Molly. This week's tech topic is Google and how we use it in and out of the classroom.
Google has become a big part in the everyday lives of the students and teachers here at PHS. From using it to research for our essays to our web quest, or using the new Google Classroom for communication with our teachers about our grueling homework. Google has become a critical tool for everyone here at PHS. Google Classroom is a learning platform that provides the students a way to work on their assignments without the hassle of all the papers. It allows us to turn them in the moment we finish them, so that we no longer have to worry about losing the assignments before we turn them in. It also provides the students with an easy way to contact their teachers about any questions they might have. Google Classroom is a great tool for the teachers as well. It allows them to grade their students' assignments at any time and not have to deal with all those papers. It gives them a great window of communication to their students to help them better their education. It allows the teachers to track their papers so they will never lose another one again. Now let's see how the students and teachers feel about Google Classroom.
Hi, I'm here with Miss Gilbert, one of the English teachers here at Piketon High School. So how do you use Google Classroom to teach your students?
I use Google Classroom to share links and videos and announcements and post assignments. And the best thing about it is that it's connected to Google Drive, and so the students can share their work with me automatically, and I can check their work out anytime throughout the assignment to see their progress. So.
Do you see yourself using Google Classroom a lot throughout the year?
Yes, I already use it a lot with senior composition. We use it every single day, and web design we use it every single day. And my English 2 classes have used it so far for an essay that they've written, to share that with me, and for peer editing, and the English 3 classes will use it when they start to write their essays as well.
So do you think Google Classroom will become the main platform for learning throughout school?
I think the Google Classroom is a good platform. The biggest thing, though, I think, is the Google Drive. I think that students should use Google Drive to create their work and their documents because it's free and they can access it anywhere, and it's great for collaboration. So.
Do you think all the teachers should start using Google Classroom more than they are?
Yeah, so for the English department, we've rolled it out, and we plan on sharing it with the other teachers as well, but I think everyone should use it. So.
Thank you. I'm here with Braylee, a PHS student. So what do you think about the program Google Classroom?
Google Classroom is an extremely efficient program used to access your documents or assignments anywhere that you have internet connectivity.
So what are some ways that helps you better your education?
Well, you can use Google Classroom to connect you to other educational resources, and you can access any of your documents that you might need for an assignment at any time.
So do you believe that students should continue to use programs like this in the future to better their education?
Absolutely. This way you never forget your flash drive, forget to print out your paper, or otherwise lose an assignment.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Chance. I think it's always interesting to learn about new technology in the world.
I agree, and it's great to integrate technology into the classroom. Now let's take it out to the Sports Center team. Gabe and Brad.
Welcome to the next episode of SVSN. Your anchor here, Bradley Sickles.
And your other anchor, Gabe Burkheimer. And for this second episode, we have got some hot news, Brad. Hot news. The Piketon girls played their first all-girls scrimmage this past week.
Our field reporter, Annie, has more on the story. Out to you, Annie.
Thanks, Brad and Gabe. On Monday, September 28th, in the first ever all-girls soccer scrimmage hosted by the Piketon Red Streaks, we played the Chesapeake Panthers. All the girls played with great spirits, but came up just a little bit short in a 2-0 loss. Coach Williams did a wonderful job pumping the girls up prior to the game.
Tonight's the first ever girls scrimmage. We're going to go out there, play hard, and we're going to win!
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, streak! The team kept up great spirits and played the Red Streak away with class, character, and integrity. I'm Annie Nickel from SVSN Sports.
Oh, thank you for that tasty story, Annie.
Brad, you know what comes to mind when I think of tasty?
What comes to your mind when you think of tasty?
See, when I think tasty, I think of the season the Piketon golf team has had.
Oh, yes, they have an excellent season.
And I do believe we have a field reporter.
Well, yes, we do. His name is Bryce. Out to you, Bryce.
Thanks, Gabe and Brad. I'm here with Casey Morris. Him and the golf team go to Crown Hill Country Club tomorrow to play in the district tournament. So, Casey, how are you today?
I'm great. How are you, Bryce?
Oh, I'm just fine. So, you and your golf team are the back-to-back sectional champions. Do you plan to carry any of this momentum tomorrow tournament?
Oh, we absolutely do.
Well, your guys' season's coming to a close. Do you have any goals left to achieve?
Well, although we did come up short of winning the SVC title, we still do plan to be the one team to make it out of districts and go to the state tournament.
Well, you guys are still returning everyone from next year, which is remarkable. You plan to go a little farther next year?
Well, yeah, we would like to win the SVC title and along with that win the gold ball and make it 3 straight sectional titles and another district title and eventually go to the state.
Well, Casey, I wish nothing but the best for you and your team.
Thank you.
Oh, last question. Do you know what day it is?
It's a great day to be a Piketon Red Streak. Thank you, Bryce Pearson, for that great interview. Way to drive that one home. You know, do you golf in your free time, Brad?
I never get a chance to, Gabe.
Well, you know, when I do, if you don't mind, you know, it's not so much about the physical aspect of it. It's all in the technique of it. You know, golf is it's a very difficult sport.
Yes, it is a very difficult sport. And speaking of difficult sports, imagine how hard it is to be a player in a Super Bowl.
Especially in the old days. Think back to Super Bowl I. Our field reporter, Eric, has more on Super Bowl I. Out to you, Eric.
On January 15th, 1967, the Green Bay Packers played the Kansas City Chiefs. It was in the first ever AFL-NFL championship game, known as the Super Bowl. The Packers came out on top, 35-10. They were led by on offense, quarterback Bart Starr. He had 250 passing yards and threw 2 touchdowns. The defense was led by all-pro safety, Willie Wood. He had an interception on defense. It was played at the Memorial Coliseum at Los Angeles.
Thanks for that hard-hitting report, Eric. Well, that's all the time we have for this episode.
Your SVSN anchor, Bradley Sickles.
And your other anchor, Gabe Burkheimer.
And to all of you out there in the valley, keep it classy. Thank you, Annie, for that very tasty story.
Brad, you know what comes to mind when I think of tasty?
What is it, Gabe?
Our Piketon boys